My advice would be to never be afraid to ask for help. You are not a burden to anyone. Just ask for help, say something.
It's not hard to be kind and empathetic.
Everyone goes through experiences, and it's okay to talk about it. And if it's overwhelming, sometimes doing something for other people will take your mind off of your own problem.
This is random and not medical advice, but ChatGPT is like one of the best therapy, a good way to get your thoughts on paper and have it well articulated, and it can kind of prompt you to answer some questions that you haven't thought of. But I have used it and it's awesome.
Wow. Welcome to the Dog Beach Diaries podcast, everyone, where every conversation is from the beach with people that I've never met before, and hopefully we'll bring you a mix of heart, humor, and honest stories from these unique, amazing voices. So sit back where every chat is unleashed, every story fetches a smile, and the best interviews happen with a little sand between our toes and a wagging tail nearby. Let's stroll the shore together and discover what makes life truly meaningful, and remind us all that we're not alone. Today's episode of the Dog Beach Diaries is brought to you by my YouTube shop, where I have over 1,300 items to choose from Target to Walmart, Home Depot, Lowe's, Macy's, Bloomingdale's, QVC, and so many other merchants, nearly 3,000. So check it out today for the latest and greatest. And now back to today's episode of the Dog Beach Diaries. All right, we are here for another episode of the Dog Beach Diaries, and we are here with
Nicole.
Oh, Nicole, right on. And Nicole is here with
Rocco.
Rocco?
Yes.
Yo, Rocco. Yeah, that's awesome. So Rocco's 13. That's the only thing I knew about them is because I just asked how old Rocco was. And so you guys come out here a lot? Or
We
usually
do.
weekends?
Yeah,
Okay.
we try to come out on the weekends. Yeah.
Right on. And then what do you do?
I am a digital product manager.
Okay. in layman's...
Nobody knows what that is.
Explain to us like a 6-year-old.
I build apps for my company, so
Oh, really?
sometimes it's not necessarily mobile apps, but it's just like digital applications. Let's put it that way. So digital
So
tools.
how would that benefit the company
Yeah.
or the consumer?
Yeah. So basically, the company comes up with a need, whatever that need is.
For example?
I work with so I work for VCA Animal Hospitals actually.
Oh, really?
There you go.
Oh, dang.
So let's just say,
We used to go there. Okay.
Yeah,
Sidebar.
yeah. Let's just say, hey, we're trying to build out like a way for people who need on-demand care to come into the hospital without having to wait too long. And so then can people wait from home rather than having to wait like at the hospital for a number of hours, for example.
Oh, wow.
And so then I built like a virtual waiting room.
I was going to say virtual.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they can do as much as they can without having to come in.
Exactly.
Especially the elderly.
Yes.
Wow. So what's the head of that department called that you report to or would approve the app?
It would be like IT security.
IT security.
We'll go through them just to make sure that everything actually makes
So I have a former client of mine that got into cybersecurity after high school.
sense. Yeah.
And he reports every day because people just think it's not going to happen to them.
Yeah.
And, we just saw a recent, like a terrible one with somebody. I can't remember who it was.
Yeah. I forgot to.
Yeah. And then how did you study to do that? Because usually, isn't that mostly, not to be stereotypical, but is that mostly men in that field?
It is 100% mostly men. I don't know the stats, but it is definitely predominantly men. I actually have a background in business and public health. It just kind of happened.
Didn't want to go work at the CDC, huh?
No. Well, it was my dream to work for the World Health Organization for
really?
a while, but
Yikes. After
I don't
COVID?
think even before that, I don't think it's any secret that our healthcare system's broken. And
Oh
I was
my
like,
God.
okay, I need something that I feel like I can actually do something about.
Totally.
So yeah.
Look at these traders right here. Right on. And then where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Ideally,
Yeah.
not working. Maybe soft retiring, like
Wow.
doing something where I'm not saying I'm like in any financial state, but
Right.
in an
No, I
ideal
get it.
world,
Yeah.
figuring out some way to invest and maintain a certain lifestyle
Totally.
without having to do the corporate grind.
Kids?
Nope.
Married?
Dogs. Just dogs. Married, yes.
Married, okay. And then what's the secret to your, was it a high school sweetheart?
College sweetheart.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
So wait, Northern California, Southern, East Coast?
We went to UC San Diego, but we've lived all over, East Coast and Northern California.
So I used to coach at Preuss. It's the high school that's the low-income first gen
Nice.
attached to UCSD.
Yeah,
I don't know if you
yeah.
know. It's on the far side.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we're going, but we got 2 more questions. Okay, and then what do you think the secret to relationships is?
I mean, it's so cliche, but 100% communication. I
Yeah.
don't think like nothing works without communication.
Did you
And
play
just being
sports
able.
when you were younger?
I did martial arts. I
Wow,
didn't do
really?
organized team sports, but yeah, I did
Okay.
martial arts. Yeah.
And then, if you could have dinner with one person, past or present, dead or alive, that you never met before,
Gosh,
who would you
that
have
is
to?
a
She
hard
said,
one.
"Gosh."
So there's this Buddhist monk named Thich Nhat Hanh. I'm Vietnamese, so that's not I know how to say it.
Right.
But he is an icon
Wow.
in terms of just life teachings and
Yeah,
Buddhism
yeah.
and peace. And as somebody who struggles with faith in the world, oftentimes I think most
Oh,
of us
wow.
do, I would love to get some more insight into how do you continue to have faith in humanity and continue to try to teach people when they fail us time and time again.
So, what's your best advice for people out there that are struggling and may not want to seek help or
I would
just don't know where to
say,
start?
man, so there's this phrase that somebody told me where it's tough times don't last, tough people do. And I try to tell myself that, and I feel like it's something really great to live by. Obviously, it's easier to say to yourself
Sure.
than believe.
Do you have a specific tool in your toolbox, though, that you go to, like meditation or yoga?
I've
or
never been good with any of that. It's just
Interesting.
honestly like
Reading?
gratefulness. Yes, reading is always a good one. It helps me escape my mind into the real world, but also just being grateful. Like with Rocco, for example, he's an old dog, but he's
Right.
in good health and he's
Totally.
happy. And I'm like, if I did nothing else right, I did right by him.
Oh, totally. Well, that was awesome. Anything else you want to share with the world?
Have
Any
faith,
word-
man.
Have faith.
Hopefully we're heading into better
Jesus.
times.
Yeah.
Things get
My
tougher
goodness.
before they get better.
They do. All right. Thanks, everyone, for joining us today. That was awesome. All right. See you next time, everyone.
That's a wrap. That's another episode of the Dog Beach Diaries, ladies and gentlemen. In the books, and thanks again for joining us today, everyone. And to everybody out there, if you're going through it, just remember you're not alone. You can always dial 988. It is a free phone call, and the world is absolutely a better place with you in it. And finally, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. Don't be afraid to ask for help, everybody. No journey is walked alone. Strength comes in many forms, and reaching out for help is a true act of bravery. Stay positive, keep supporting each other, and we'll see you next time at the beach for the Dog Beach Diaries.